What we call a void function is a function that does not return anything, so the type of the function is void. This has nothing to do with whether or not there are arguments passed to the function. Void functions are used for two different reasons. The first is functions that don't calculate anything but perform a task, and printing is a good example of that. Another kind of void function is the function that calculates more than one value using the call by reference method, and we'll get to this kind later on. The general form of a function definition for a void function looks like this. First of all, in the function header we have the word void. So again, this is what is called a void function, a function that has the word void here in the beginning because it doesn't have a return statement. It's not returning anything. So we have the word void, then we have the name of the function, then we have our parameter declarations. Then in the body of the function we have variable declarations if there are any, and then the statements in the body of the function. So we could have a bunch of statements here that could include anything, but there's no return statement. So again, a void function is a function that doesn't return anything. So here's an example of a void function that accomplishes a task. All it does is it prints. So I start by including the standard I/O header file. Then I have my function prototype for a function that's called printstuff. We have the main function. In the main function, I'm declaring a variable lesson_no, short for lesson number, and initializing it to have the value 8. Then we call the function printstuff and pass the value of lesson number to be the value of the parameter lesson, which is 8. So when the function call is encountered, that sends control to the function. We start executing the function. Well, all the function does is it prints. It's going to print name, John QC, university ID number 12345. This is lesson number, and then the value of lesson, which is 8. So that's the end of the function. There aren't any more statements in the body of the function, so that's going to send control back up to main. We've finished executing this statement, so then we return and we're done with the program. So again, the type of the function is void because there's no return statement in here anywhere. Now it's important to note that the call to a void function is a statement that stands by itself. So in that program, when we called the function printstuff, we passed a value of lesson number, and that's a statement. Semicolon at the end of the statement. So that statement basically represents what the function accomplishes, which is to print some stuff. So again, a call to any void function is a statement that stands alone. The function isn't returning anything, so we couldn't put it in an assignment statement. There's nothing to assign because the function's not returning anything. So again, a call to a void function is a statement.